Hello guys, welcome to the next video tutorial on Java programming for beginners. And in this video we will see what is class inheritance in Java and how to use class inheritance in Java. So classes in Java can be extended, and how they can be extended? By creating new classes which can retain the characteristics of the base class. And base class I mean here is the class from which we are inheriting. Now to understand it fully, I have a little diagram to explain. Now for example, I want to make a class which can calculate the area of some shapes. So it can be rectangle, square, circle or triangle or anything, right? So I can make a class called polygon because they share, rectangle and triangle shares a similar property. And what is this property? They both have width and height, right? So I can define two variables in my polygon class, and I can set these width and height of these value in this polygon class using a method set value. And in this rectangle or and triangle class, I can create two methods which can calculate the area of triangle and area of rectangle. So the common properties which they both share, which is height and width, we don't need to define it in separate places in rectangle also and triangle also. We can define them at the single place, and we can use them using the inheritance property. And how you can know that these shapes or whatever classes you are going to make shares a inheritance property. So if the classes you are making have is a relationship, is a means, what I mean to say is a relationship like this. So rectangle is a polygon, right? And triangle is a polygon. So they share is a property in between them. So this relationship, whenever some class inherits from some other class, they share is a property or relationship. So rectangle is a polygon and triangle is a polygon, right? So let's go towards the code part of it. So what we are going to do is we are going to make three classes. So we will go to the package, one class, first class we are going to make, and I will call it as polygon, right? And I'm going to make two more classes, one is rectangle and one is triangle. So I will say this is rectangle class, and I'm going to make one more class which is going to be the triangle class, triangle. Okay, now in my polygon class I have what property in common? Both rectangle and triangle can have width and height. So I will define two variable which will be protected. And why they are protected, I have shown you, and I have shown you what is the meaning of access modifier. So protected, and then int height, and in the same way I will declare one more variable which will also be protected, which will be width. Okay, and I will define a method which will be public and which will return the area. So for example, we will return area in double, right? And so this in here, let's try to set the values of width and height for rectangle and triangle. Okay, so this will be void set values, and in here we will define int a comma int b, and whatever user will pass the value of a, we will just say height is equal to a and width is equal to b. Okay, so by this method we are going to set the values. Okay, now in my rectangle class, how we can inherit from this polygon class? We can inherit from polygon class in my rectangle class by using keyword extends. Okay, just use the keyword extend and then use the class from which you are extending. Okay, so rectangle class is inheriting from your polygon class, and polygon class is in here is called derived class, and rectangle class here is a class which is deriving, right? So this can be called base class and this can be called the class which is deriving. Okay, in the same way I will extend in the triangle class also from polygon, because polygon is my base class from which I'm inheriting. And now in my rectangle class, I'm just going to calculate the area. Now whenever or if you are inheriting from a base class to a derived class, then all its protected members and public members are accessible in your derived class. Okay, so these member height and width and set values are accessed, can be accessed by this rectangle class because we are extending from it. Okay, if this was these variables and this methods was private, then we cannot use them in other classes, but because they are protected and public, method can be used in subclasses. So this is a subclass and this is a base class. So we can just define a method public, and this will be the area. So double area, and what this method is going to do, it will just return the area. So return height into width, and which height and which width we are talking about here, because we haven't declared width and height inside this class, in this rectangle class, right? But whenever you hover over and click on this height, you will go to the height in polygon class. Okay, so this height in polygon class is accessible in this rectangle class also. Okay, and width also from polygon class is accessible in the rectangle class also. Okay, in a similar way, the area of the triangle is half, so height into width divided by 2, right? So we will just divide it by 2. Okay, so we have everything. We have the area of triangle, we have area of rectangle, and we are setting these value via this polygon class. Now what we can do in our main method, we can use or we can create the instance of rectangle class. So rectangle, rec for rectangle is equal to new rectangle, and we are going to create the instance of our triangle class also. So triangle tri is equal to new triangle, and then for calculating the area we first need to set the value. So we will set the value of first rectangle. So we will use instance of rectangle class dot set, because we are inheriting from the polygon class in rectangle class. This set value method is also accessible in the rectangle class via its instance. Okay, that's why we can access set value method via this rectangle instance. For example, we have 10 and 10 width and height. Okay, in the same way we can access set value method from our triangle class, and this for example is also same 10 and 10 width and height. Okay, now we just need to call the area. So we can just write sys o, and from rectangle class we can call its area method dot area, and in the same way we can call the area from the triangle instance, which is try. And now when we run the program, we will get the answer. First is the area of rectangle, and second is the area of triangle. So we can just modify this something like this: area of rectangle is equal to plus, right? In the same way we can write area of triangle is equal to this one. Okay, and area of rectangle and triangle are displayed like the area of rectangle is 100, which is 10 into 10 width into height, and area of triangle is equal to 10 into 10 divided by 2 is equal to 50, right? So once again, whenever we use inheritance, all the property of the base class, in our case polygon class, is available in your derived class. In our case these are rectangle and triangle class. So all the method which are protected or public are accessible inside our rectangle or triangle class. Okay, so you can use the method inside polygon class. If you derive it in rectangle class, you can use this height and width we have derived in here using this rectangle class, because we are extending from it. Okay, so in this way you can extend the property of polygon class to the rectangle class, and same is for triangle class. So I hope you have understood the basic concept of inheritance in Java, and I hope you have enjoyed this video. Please rate, comment, subscribe, and bye for now.